Tara, he was under a tree, swigging from a bottle of Veuve. She'd just come over to ask if I might be able to talk him into showing face in the red kitchen. Tara, with her big veneery smile, was beginning to grate. Tara, there's no way. We don't pretend to be at loggerheads on Twitter. We really are. I haven't spoken to him for months. Since Valentine's Day, in fact. God, don't even think about that, Daisy. The organisers were pushing me to the edge, and Bex was obviously sympathetic towards me, smiling reassuringly as she went about her job, making sure that all the technical stuff would happen at the right times. I was still reeling from the shock of having to compete directly with Michel in such a publicly humiliating way. I'd been expecting to be up against Bake-It star Miles Monroe, which was worrying enough. But as Tara had said in the green room a bit earlier, this is such a fuck-up, totes sorry. Hope you're okay with going against Michel Amiel. You're a lifesaver, Days. You're 1,000,000% the nicest author we've ever had. Yeah. Back to Victoria. For those of you who have read French Fancy, you will know that it's an ironic third-wave feminist look at contemporary dating, combined with the current fixation with baking and the joint effects of sexuality and cakes on seduction. That's what it says on my notes here anyway, folks. Some may refer to it as that bacon bonk book, but I never would. Victoria was clearly under earpiece instructions to keep things rolling while Michel Amiel was lassoed. The audience was in her thrall. As well as being invited regularly into the kitchen of Victoria Darling through our TV screens, we all felt as though we'd been through the ups and downs of her life with her too. And don't forget that regular updates during the contest will be posted by the Hey team on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Plus, an edited version of this contest will be available to view on YouTube just 2 hours after you leave the tent, she said. Bad enough doing this, but for it to be immortalised. As Victoria read out a clutch of tweets and texts, I busied myself in the green kitchen, checking the oven was at 180 degrees Celsius, that all the appliances were working, and that my order of tasks list for the world's trickiest cake still made sense. From the backstage area, a stumbling Michel Amiel was led in at this point by a burly minder who was having some difficulty keeping him upright. A huge cheer went up. The more he did wrong, the more he could do no wrong. Bex and Tara exchanged thank fuck expressions. I got a shock when I saw him. Chapter 2. Michel. In the 4 months since I'd last seen Michel in the flesh, he'd changed for the worse. The pallor of his skin was like uncooked pastry, and his dark eyes were sunken into his head. His hair was wilder than usual, more salt than pepper now, and his brow shone with a glaze of perspiration. His clothes had been marinated in sweat and splashes of alcohol. As far as we knew, he had slept in them. Michel, what's happening to you? Victoria tried to smooth things over. Phew! Great to have our esteemed second contestant in the red kitchen, she said. Michel gave a wave and blew a kiss to the audience. Always the charmer, Monsieur Amiel, commented Victoria. Well, the French are known for romance, and Daisy's book is certainly intensely romantic, maybe even a little erotic, she said. In fact, I'm sure there are some members of the audience disappointed to see Lucy Lovecake fully clothed today. Peals of laughter this time, followed by some raucous remarks. A bit of page 47, please, called one man, which led to a bit of foot-stomping agreement. Ah, the famous page 47. I should respond to Victoria. My publisher, Dominic McGann, sat in the front row, willing me to sparkle. To his left, Branwell Thornton, my literary agent, who had been the first to believe in me, encouraging me to find this book inside me where other agents had dismissed my previous offerings without comment. I couldn't let Branwell down. It's just that I'd never wanted to hurt Michel professionally or personally, and I'd managed to do both in the space of a few short months. Come on, Delaney. Michel hates you anyway. Just play the game. Promote the book, make the money, then this will all seem like a silly hallucination of what once didn't really happen on a hot summer's day in the Welsh borders. I cleared my throat. I never bake in my lingerie, Victoria. As Lucy Lovecake will tell you, and page 47 confirms, that is best saved for serving it, I said. Mental note, work out what they love about page 47 and do more of that in the next book. My opponent, now propped up on his kitchen units,